Hello everybody! Welcome to another science class. Do you remember what season are we in? Remember we have 4 seasons. We have winter, where it's very cold. Spring, when the sun goes out, the flowers bloom, we have lots and lots of animals. Then we have summer, which is when it's very hot and we swim in the beach or in the swimming pool. And then we have autumn or fall, where the leaves fall from the trees and the trees get dark colors like orange and brown, and it starts to get a little cold. It's also when we celebrate Halloween. So which of those are we in right now? Is it very cold? Are the flowers starting to go out? Is it very super hot? Or is it when we celebrate Halloween and the leaves are falling? You're right. We are in the spring, where the flowers bloom, every garden is green, and the animals start to go out. So, today we are going to learn everything about a very special animal. It's an animal that is born being one kind of animal, and later on it transforms into another different animal. That's very interesting. Can you try to guess which animals I'm talking about? We're talking about the caterpillar that turns into a butterfly. So, now I'm going to teach you what the process is from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Let's see the 4 steps. So first of all, a mummy lays an egg, a small egg, and after some time, the caterpillar breaks open and there's a baby caterpillar that got out of the egg. So, first we have the egg and second we have the caterpillar. But then, one day, that caterpillar decides that it wants to be a grown-up. It wants to be big. So, it builds something called a cocoon. So that caterpillar produces a material similar to silk. In some cases it's silk, in some cases it's similar. And it builds a cocoon around their body so they are all covered up. And they go inside and they go to sleep. So we have first step, egg. Second step, caterpillar. Third step, cocoon. And the fourth step is one day the caterpillar, when it's already changed its body inside of the cocoon, breaks the cocoon open and a beautiful butterfly comes out flying. So step 1 is egg, step 2 is caterpillar, step 3 cocoon, and step 4 beautiful butterfly. Okay, so now that we know how this goes, how the circle goes, we can do our activity. So for the first activity, we're going to create something so that we can play with our family and friends, and we're going to make a challenge about caterpillars. Let's see how we do it. First, I'm going to tell you the material we will need. We will need 1 sheet of paper. Maybe it's enough with only half. So if you have some leftovers from another day, you can use that as well. We will need some scissors. Remember to ask your parents or family for permission or help if you need it. A straw, and as always, coloring utensils like pencils, rubbers, markers, colored pencils, and anything you might want to use. And if you want to be very precise about the size that I do and do it the same, you can also use a ruler like this one, okay? So my caterpillar that I'm going to make is going to be 10, you can see there, 10 centimeters long and 3 centimeters wide. We're going to take our paper and we're going to draw with a pencil a rectangle that is 10 and 3. So 10 centimeters long and 3 centimeters wide. I'll show you how I do it now. Experiment, we can also do another caterpillar that's longer or wider. I'm going to make one that's way bigger so we can see how it compares. This one I'm going to make is going to be 15 centimeters long and 4 centimeters wide. You have to do both in case one of them doesn't work. And if both of them work, then perfect, you can play with someone else. Now we're going to take our scissors, remember, ask your family, and we're going to cut all around them.
One, and two, the big one.
Remember to recycle this. Now that I have both of my papers, I'm going to decide which one I think will work better. So I'm going to choose one and start with one. Then we will do the other one. I will start with the big one so you can see it better. You are going to take your paper and you're going to fold until we reach the center. Okay, so if you want it to be easier, fold in the middle and open. So now we have that guide. So we have to make sure this side reaches the middle, that line we just created. And then we fold this again to the center, just like so. I'm going to do the other one so you can see how I did it. So we take this and we join the line we created. Now I take it again and we fold until we reach the line again. And now that we have this, we're going to fold it over itself, like this. Now that we have this, we're going to cut the sides so that it creates the shape of like an oval, more or less. I'll show you how to do it. Make sure that you only cut the sides, because if you cut this, we won't have a caterpillar. I'll show you how to do it. Take the scissors and cut only on the sides to make a more circular shape, like an oval, like this. You see? Only the sides. This we do not cut. Only this, okay? And with the other side, we do the same thing. If it's a little bit difficult, you can ask your family to help, because it's pretty thick, right? Okay, this looks more or less like an oval, right? So now it's time to open it. Okay, now we have the shape more or less of a caterpillar. You see that here I cut more than I should Well, we can perfect this. We take the scissors and we cut out the shape of the head of the caterpillar. So now that we have our caterpillar like this, we're going to create this shape like a rainbow, okay? So we're going to create this shape. Now you can decorate your caterpillar however you want, okay? I'm going to go and decorate it, and later we're going to make sure that it's a rainbow shape again, okay? So now I decorate and I show you how I do it. You can do it your own way. You can color it with markers, with colored pencils. You could draw something on it, write your name. You could even use paint or watercolors, however you think will look best. This is going to be the head. I'm going to draw a face, a happy smiley face. Now that it's all colorful, let's make sure that it becomes a rainbow shape again, like this, and we put the head straight and the tail straight, just like this. Now, let's do our experiment. We're going to face our caterpillar that way, so in front of us, and we're going to take our straw, remember we have to use a straw, and place it in our mouth, and just blow on top of the caterpillar, like so. You see, it's moving like a caterpillar. I'll show you again on this side so you can see it better. Oh, it moved too fast this time. Oh, so I discovered that if you blow here, it goes very fast. And if you blow here, it goes very slow. Let's see, I will blow here. It should go fast. It did go fast. And now I will blow here. It should go slow. Exactly. So the perfect point to blow is right here, in a diagonal, like this. Oh, this is so much fun. I love it. It's time to take your other paper and create another different caterpillar. Or you can do the same one. You can go and call your family and you can play with them. Let's make a race and let's see who wins. Each of you will have one straw and one caterpillar. And the first caterpillar to reach the end is the winner. I'll go and play with my family now. This is so much fun. That activity was so much fun, but now we have another activity planned. This one was an activity about a caterpillar, but now we have to make one about a butterfly. And you won't guess what we're going to do. We are going to turn our finger into a butterfly. For this next activity, the material we will need is a sheet of paper, scissors, like these ones, coloring utensils, like we said before, like pencils, rubbers, but this time it's very important that we use markers. So we will need markers. Make sure that they are normal, washable markers, because if we use permanent markers on our finger, it won't go away. So we need to use washable, normal markers, okay? I forgot to mention that we also need tape. Very important that we have some tape so we can tape it onto our finger. Now, let's decide what finger you're going to use. So, if you normally draw with your right hand, you will need to use a finger on your left hand to be the butterfly because we're going to have to draw into it. If you are left-handed, you will need to draw on your right fingers, okay? So, I am right-handed, so I will choose to be a butterfly, this finger, this one right here. I'm going to paint this finger. We are going to take our paper and we're going to trace the shape of our finger. Okay, so since we need to trace it in the middle of the paper, it doesn't need to be perfect. We need to place our finger here and more or less trace the shape of it, like I'm doing here. But instead of leaving it open, we're going to close it like this. This will be the basic shape that we will need for our finger, okay? This is just a guide, so it doesn't need to be perfect. But now we need to draw the wings of the caterpillar. For that, we will draw one heart shape on this side and one heart shape on this one. You can make a wide heart for it to have bigger wings. So we turn our paper like this and we draw a heart, but make sure that we don't end it in a perfect point. This is not correct. We will need to draw a heart, but wider from here to here. Okay, so like this. Just like this. If you draw them like this, when we cut it, this won't look like a butterfly because it will break. So that is not the way to go. I'm going to erase this and I'm going to draw it properly. Okay, just like the other one. Remember, we start here and we end here. One big heart shape. Now we have what looks like a butterfly, more or less, right? You can trick it a little bit so it looks perfect if you want it to be perfect. You can make this a bit longer or this a bit wider, but it's up to you. Now it's time to decorate and color our butterfly. But we don't need to color this part because we won't see it later. So this and this, we need to make rainbow colors. My butterfly looks like this. What does yours look like? It's time to take our scissors and cut out the shape. Remember, we will be only cutting the outside, like this, not separate, only this line. This, we don't cut, okay? This part, we don't cut it, only this one, okay? Here is my butterfly. So we are going to place the part that we drew like our finger on the back of our finger, making sure that the color is on top. So like this, okay? Now we are going to take a little bit of tape, like this, And we're going to make something like this. We're going to turn over like this. So we create a little ball like this one, and we're going to put it on top of our finger like this. Now, let's take our butterfly and place it on top of our finger. Make sure that it's well stuck to the tape. And now we have the shape of the wings, but we need to draw the face of the butterfly and the body. So that's where our finger comes to play. I'm going to take a dark marker. Make sure that it's a dark marker, like dark green, dark blue, black, or brown, because if it's a light color, like this one, we won't be able to see very nicely. So let's take a dark color like this one, and we need to draw down here, leaving some space at the top, a face, 1 and 2 eyes, like so, a happy mouth, and now something very important. We need the antennas. So let's draw a long line with a small circle at the end. And another one here, a long line with a small circle at the end. Okay? You can outline the face like I'm doing here and do more circles for the body. Like so. Do you see? Now we have the face and body of a butterfly. I'm going to perfect it a little bit. Like this. And now you can fly around. So let's remember that first we have an egg, second a caterpillar, third a cocoon, and fourth a butterfly. Now you know all of these things. I challenge you to make your own butterfly out of any material that you have in your house. Surprise me! Send me pictures, videos. I want you to be very creative. And if you make any of this, or if you play some races with your family with this, I want to see it. Okay, so send me some videos and some pictures. I would love to see them. And see you in the next class. Bye bye!